guys, this is your math lesson. I'm trying something different and I'm recording outside. We are doing parallel lines today. So it is a beautiful day. It's Sunday because your lesson is Monday. And I thought I would do the lesson outside. So we're doing parallel lines. Now this is the word parallel. Parallel are two lines that I have some examples for you guys. I'm going to show you. I had the word parallel written and then Brecken decided to draw on it. But I have some examples I'm going to show you. And parallel lines are two lines that are across from each other and they never meet, okay? And so the way I remember parallel, there's two L's in parallel, and those two L's in parallel are parallel. If I draw my L, sorry, I can't see where my camera is. And these lines could go on and on and on and on forever, and they will never ever meet. Now I wish I had something longer than a ruler, but I have a ruler, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use my ruler as an example. If I put these two rulers, and they go on and on and on and on forever, they will never ever meet, okay? So here's one example of vertical lines, parallel lines. Here is my vertical lines. Did I call these vertical? These are horizontal. Sorry, guys. These vertical lines are parallel. They will go on and on and on forever, and they will never, ever meet. Here are some oblique lines, and oblique lines the other way. So my challenge for you is look around your house. Look around outside. Can you find any parallel lines? I'm looking at my little outside patio here, and I have parallel lines. Since I started kind of thinking of how I was going to teach this, I'm finding parallel lines everywhere, guys. So, right here in my cement, these lines go on and on and on forever, these horizontal lines, and they would never ever meet. The siding on my house, these lines would go on and on and on and on forever, and they never ever meet. I was looking at my fence here. The fence post goes on and on, the vertical lines there, and it never ever meets, okay? Before I go inside and do some examples, my bench, we just moved in October. Our backyard's kind of a mess, but here is my bench. And these boards could go on and on forever, and they would never meet. Those are called parallel lines. So my challenge for you guys is to look around your house, look around outside. Where can you find parallel lines, okay? Brecken, I'm going to go in and do some on the geoboard, okay? So I'm going to find some parallel lines for you guys. And let's do some. Normally, if we would do this as a lesson, we would get out geoboards. Well, we can't do that. So I'm going to do some examples with you. Okay, we are going to use a geoband for each side of the shape, and I'm going to give some clues. The geoband for one side of my shape stretches from the top left peg to the top right peg. Okay, so here it is. I got to put it here. And it goes from the top left to the top right. Okay, there is my first peg. Okay, find Daddy, honey. Okay. Now, you are going to put a geoband on your geoboard that stretches, that's parallel, but it's two pegs below, okay? Let me use a red one again. So, two pegs below, 1 and 2. These lines are parallel, okay? Now, we are going to finish our shape, okay? The next side of my shape are parallel lines, and it's going to finish. So I'm going to grab orange this time, and I think I'm going to put it here. I'm going to stretch it here, and the other line will be parallel to this orange geoband. Okay, so let me grab my orange here. Okay, now I have two parallel lines, and what shape did I make? What shape did I make? That sounds right. I made a rectangle. Okay. Now, I am going to make one more shape with you guys. Yes, I want to clear my board. Okay, I'm going to give you some clues. Now, the geoband for one side of my shape stretches from the center peg on the geoboard two pegs to the right, okay? So here's my center peg and 2 pegs to the right, okay? Let's make another side of the shape. The geoband for this side is parallel to the first geoboard and is 2 pegs below it. So 1, 2, and it's parallel, meaning it's a line across, and it will never ever meet, and it's the same length, okay? So there I go, but I want it, oops, I want it to be, no, that's not what I wanted, guys. I don't want to clear my whole board either. I guess I will. Okay. I want it to be parallel. There we go. Okay. Now, my shape has another set of parallel lines. Show the other 2 sides of the geoboard. So, I'm going to put it here. I'm going to stretch it. And I'm going to put it here, and I'm going to stretch it. Okay. And what shape did I make? I made a square, okay? So a square and a rectangle have parallel lines. Oops, I don't want to move my geoband here. The top, the verticals, oh my goodness, the horizontal lines, the red ones, are parallel, and the orange vertical lines are parallel as well. I can make another parallel shape with parallel lines, but they don't all have to be parallel. So there's other examples. I'm going to do this one, okay? So I used this line segment, and I'm going to do another line segment like this. Now, are these lines parallel? If I had my rulers out here, they would go on and on forever across, and they would never ever meet. Yes, they're different lengths, but they are parallel. Now, if I connected this, I made a trapezoid. Now, are my green lines parallel? No, they are not. I have a piece of paper here. I can show you. So if I put, and this is how I always in the classroom would teach the kids, if I extend that line further and further and further, and you'll see that they cross or they meet, okay? So those lines are not parallel. Your purple lines, your horizontal lines, are parallel. If this sheet was endless and it kept going on and on and on and on forever, they would never ever meet. Kind of like train tracks. They never ever ever meet. So your lesson today was on parallel lines. 2 lines across from each other, the same distance apart, and if you extend those lines forever, they never ever meet. Those are parallel lines.